is still fresh, but how did you guys come back at the end and then keep finding a way in those overtimes?
We just kept fighting. We knew we thought we should have won one back in Alabama early in the season, and we pretty much owed them this one. And then for our loss, our football team, just that rivalry. We just wanted to come out and give the fans, something to cheer about. And I think one of the classes came back. One of the LSU basketball classes came back and were recognized at halftime. So we just wanted to play all out.
You too.
Just competing. Just going out there and wanting to win. It was tough, Like you said, he played 54 minutes. Everybody, it's about we're gonna grind it out and get that win.
Yeah, I definitely think we wanted to come out and make a statement. Obviously, we remember what they did to us. Tight game at their place. Ended up losing by 3. The football rivalry. Alabama is a team that's a big team in our league. So we wanted to make a statement today.
Johnny, you started out real slow in the first half. What clicked towards the end of the second half in the overtimes?
Alabama did a great job of sending double teams, and I was, I started waiting on the double team, instead of just going right away. And then the second half, I just got more aggressive. I think I split it one time. I started making the right passes. So I just, went at the double team more aggressive.
For Carmouche, but after what happened last game, for coach to start you, did that give you extra motivation?
I wouldn't say it gave me extra motivation, but I felt like I could have helped my team back at Tennessee, and just sitting over there watching the team struggle the way they did, and knowing I could have helped, and we probably could have won the game was tough. So I pretty much owed my team this win. So I was going to come out today and just give it all I had on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
Anthony, you set out a large chunk of the regulation from about the 12-minute mark to the 2-minute mark. What was that like watching from the sideline, and what happened? Do you know why you were sitting?
Just staying engaged over there. Coach made a decision to sit me out for a little bit, catch my break. Just watching them, I'm over there cheering them on, waiting for my time to be called. I just kept pushing them while I'm on the sideline. You gotta have faith in your team.
Andre, you were kind of quiet for most of the game, and then all of a sudden you hit those big shots down the stretch. How tough is it to not be shooting for most of the game and then to have those big shots in front of you there?
I got a team full of guys that make the right plays, make the right passes. So, I try to take, the shots that show up to me. Early on, I didn't see, no areas where I had good looks, so I didn't want to force it. Got some good looks late in the game, and I was able to knock them down, based off of Hickey's penetration, ball movement and trapping Johnny. I guess they kind of forgot about me because I wasn't shooting as much, so I was able to get free on a couple of them.
Charles, there's a lot of offensive numbers. This box score is full of offensive numbers, but talk about your defense on Relaford. I think from about the 3-minute mark left in the game, what you did against him.
Well, he was having a pretty good game. The coach was looking for somebody to stop him. Andre kind of told Coach he wanted the assignment. Coach, I guess he saw it in my eyes that I really wanted. I didn't say nothing. So I was like, just wanted to guard him and just lock him down. He's a great player. He was a tough guy to guard, but we needed those stops, and I just kept fighting and trying to be everywhere he was and not let him see another pass. Once he gave the ball up, I just pretty much denied him the whole way.
Johnny, it seemed like in the second half, once you got used to those double teams, you were able to kick it out to Charles and other guys for 3-pointers. How much were you adjusting that double team and seeing over the top for open shooters?
I think I did a great job first half, doing the same thing. But like I said, second half, Siobhan did a great job of cutting to the rim for me. Charles was spotting up on the other side. So, I just did a great job of seeing them. They knocked down shots.
Johnny, what was the call there at the regulation there? It seemed like it was kind of similar to the South Carolina game where you had an open look at the top of the key. What were you guys running in that situation to get you the look there?
It was a screen for Charles, but they went and tried to trap him. He just swung back to me, it was a shot I missed, so that's what it was.
Any of you guys ever been in a game like this before?
I think I've been in 2 overtimes before, but that was 3. This was a war. and we definitely feel it right now.
Siobhan, in the first half when Johnny was bottled up and it looked like you played a pretty key role because of your athletic ability to slash, did that matchup fit for you?
I think the matchup it was just perfect for me. When John was getting double teamed, I knew my man was going double, so it's good for me to cut. So every time I cut it, John performed sometimes.
And to answer your question, it's always fun winning.
Sorry, I got you off, girl.
What are you guys thinking when the tip-in happens? I mean, you guys have a sense that it was good, or how do you guys regroup from that sort of situation there? Because that's a key tipping point right there, obviously. When the tipping call back, how do you guys readjust from a situation like that?
I think my face just dropped. But it was a pretty close call. I saw it, and I was just like, man, I hope, they go and review it, and his hands were still on the ball. And, I just thank God at that point when they were like waving it off.
Did you guys give you guys any extra energy? It seemed like there was a little more crisp execution at the offensive end coming out of that segment. It seemed like there was a little bit more swinging a little bit harder. Did you guys feel any extra intensity or any extra energy coming out of that kind of play there, with a close call? Or did you guys, did it give you guys anything extra, I guess, is the question.
I think we were ready to play. I think once they thought they won, they ran on the court and celebrated. They pretty much were satisfied. And, in our minds, we're like, okay, we got some more time on the clock. And in their mind, they were like, another overtime. Because the guy who, I don't even know his name, he was standing next to me, he didn't even want to play. Every time we come in for a tip, he's like, man, can this game get over? So in my mind, I'm like, all right, you basically telling me you're done already. So.
Johnny, as crippling as this game could have been if y'all had lost it, how big is this to win a game like this against a team like that and coming down the stretch here?
It was definitely a great win. We still had a sour taste in our mouth. What happened down at Bama, we should have got that one, but it was definitely a hard-fought game. We ended up pulling it out.
Anthony, do you feel like this game was played more at y'all's pace than Alabama's?
Yeah, but they put a little pressure up on us on that defensive end. We settled down and we started doing less turnovers toward the end of the game. And Johnny inside, he made key assists down low, scored big inside. So that was another key point of us winning this game.
Johnny, how do you feel right now physically?
Me? Man, those 51 minutes, they take a toll on your body. I'm pretty beat down, but I'm just gonna get in the cold tub and get ready for practice Monday. So.
Sean, were you even fouling intentionally there at the end of the third overtime when they brought up was the playing a foul or take away?
Yeah, I didn't want them to be in a position for them to take the quick three and try to help them foul, so I just fouled when they got across half court.
Charles and Andre, y'all both brought up the football team. With those losses to Alabama, those hurt you guys? They stick out in your mind going into the basketball?
Yeah, they hurt. Those guys are like our brothers. We hang out with those guys. We live with those guys. So, if you look around the stands, I saw a lot of football guys that supporting us today. They wanted us to win this game. And it was vice versa when they played Bama here in Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, definitely. Just like you said, we're very familiar with those guys. I can't think of a game we've had here at home where there's not been, no football players here. So, we're a part of the LSU family. We support each other.
Anthony, when you came in at the end of regulation, you guys were down by about 8, and you came in and got a quick steal. What were you thinking as you're coming into the game with that big deficit?
Just making the play. It was good pressure on the ball from Siobhan. I think I take most of his credit. He get mad when I get the steal. But just his pressure up top and the wings. Just trying to make a play for my team.
Cooper got loose at the end of the second overtime for the three there. What happened, for him to get open to tie it? What was sort of the setup? How did he get loose?
I was really planning for a drive, and he just pulled up in my face, and I was not expecting that, so I'm at the live with it. That is when it's said and done, we got the win. We need to celebrate, we need to go home sad.